And we are underway in Buffalo. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Herbert, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Allen now on 1st down.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And he completes it to the tight end Knox.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run for the first time with James Cook.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. He sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Cook.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Herbert now. Got his man. It's Dulcich. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can...
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Draymond Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert out route complete to Dulcich. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 53 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
From the 38, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On play action, Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Up the middle, it's Cook. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 39, Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first down, Allen. And Davis with it left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Bills had 10-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games
as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On second down, Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. From midfield, here's Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 29, Herbert. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the 50, here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin with a rematch from both Super Bowls 42 and 46. The New York Giants playing host to New England. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. 3 Tua Tagovailoa touchdown passes there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Cook running right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Finding Knox there, complete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Quentin Morris from 10 yards out. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Bass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the right side and complete to Washington. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Allen. Give Knox yet another catch in this one. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Again, it's Cook. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try the middle with Cook. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, it's Herbert. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Again, Herbert. Looking for Shepard deep. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Herbert on 1st down now. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That one goes for 8 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they improve to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.